Yes, what you just watched is not a movie. That is the fate of women in Ozoro community in Delta State. Yesterday, some video clips went viral, and in those videos, we could see some women being molested by men, by youths. Even we even saw teenagers molesting some women while the women were shouting for help without anyone coming through for them. The video quickly gained traction and a lot of people condemned the act. A lot of people described it as barbaric. Even the police, community leaders, politicians even lent their voice to the barbaric incident, because how can we explain that in Nigeria today such an act would be going on without anyone calling those boys to action? It is a really sad thing, and it was a very gory scene to watch. So while everyone was surprised at the happening, we actually thought it was a skit or it was a movie and all of that. Sadly, it was discovered that this was a festival. Like, it is a festival that was going on yesterday that had to do with women being molested, women being harassed by boys, by men. It was a festival in this 21st century. It looks like we are going back to stone age, that such a festival will still be happening in Nigeria, a country that has government, a country that has laws. And when we say it is a festival, this means that this has been happening for several years. It has been happening for years, because festivals are always annual, right? So it has been happening for several years without anyone even knowing. Even before the days of internet, it has been happening. God just made yesterday's own go viral, and that is why a lot of us are talking about it now. It is very sad, and it is not even supposed to be seen. I'm just trying to imagine the situation. Do you know, some boys, because of that, some boys would actually travel down from wherever they are to attend this festival in Ozoro community in Delta State. This is bad. Guess what? The name of the festival is Alue-Do Festival. I don't know what it means. Whatever it means, I'm very sure it doesn't mean any good. It does not mean any good. All right. Thankfully, some of the community leaders have been arrested. The police have made some arrests. About 6 people have been arrested already in connection to that brutal act that we all watched. That brutal act that has placed Nigeria on the global map for the wrong reasons. It is just sad. However, a community leader in that community, or a community leader in Ozoro community, spoke yesterday, trying to make some clarifications about the festival, about why they do the festival, and he also clarified some misconception about the festival. First, he mentioned that there was nothing like gripping at the festival. He said there was no gripping recorded at the festival, and that people just blew it out of proportion. That is what he said. That was the first thing he said. All right. So let's even agree that there was no gripping, because actually some of those videos that we only saw the ladies being dragged by those men. We did not see any recording of such activity. You know what I'm trying to say? Such activity coming up. Let's even agree that there was no gripping at the festival. Now, what the community leader actually said, his name is Bessie Asiafa. What he said, one of the most interesting things that he said that most people don't even know, is the fact that this festival, according to him, it is a festival of fertility. He says it is a festival of fertility, and that it is a kind of festival where, according, let me read in his own words. In his own words, this is what he said. So he said, it is a festival of fertility, widely believed to be a cultural practice that brings blessings of children to individuals or couples experiencing difficulty in childbirth. As part of this long-standing tradition, certain symbolic practices are observed. including the acts of playfully dragging and pouring sand on married women who are yet to have children as a cultural expression believed to invoke fertility. Hmm. Oh, that is interesting. So what he is trying to say is that this festival that involved harassing women is legally, or it is traditionally right. It is culturally right for them. He says the festival is believed to invoke fertility. For example, for women that are having difficulty in childbirth, having difficulty in conceiving, that festival is basically for them. And what they do during that festival is by dragging those women that are married to husbands, all right, women that have family members, women that have dignity as a community, in a community, as a woman. If you find yourself in that community and you probably having issues with childbirth, then it means during that festival period, they may even come to your house to drag you out of your house and pour you sand, just like this man has said. I have never seen such an explanation that defends harassment of women. I have never seen such an explanation that takes away the dignity of women in such manner. Imagine boys come out, guys coming to your house as a full-grown man, retrieve your wife from you, take her through the streets, and take sand, pour it on her. It is still in the process of pouring this sand on women, dragging them playfully, that we saw what we saw yesterday. Which is clearly, in fact, by definition of that festival alone, based on what this man said, it is clearly a festival of harassment. That is it. It is a festival made to harass women. That is the fact. That is just the fact. That's the truth about the whole thing. Because tell me, how pouring sand on an individual retains their dignity for them? Tell me how pouring sand, how dragging an individual, taking him or her to the street, pushing him or her to the ground, and then pouring sand on him or her. Tell me how that retains dignity for such an individual. So it is clearly a festival that takes out your dignity as human. It is now bad that this now has to do with women. It is it is sad. It is very, very, very sad. The explanation of this man just made the matters worse. And he now said some group of men took advantage of that festival to harass those women, but that there was no graping. Now, I have a question for the man. If you are a daughter, or can you allow your wife to be dragged in such a manner on the streets of Ozoro community, all in the name of festival? Can you? Initially, we thought it was a festival exclusively for men, and that it was a festival that they probably want women not to come out. All right, that is what I thought. But now I'm seeing his explanation. It is no. It is bad. It is bad. It is sad that in a country that has law, that has government, we are seeing this nonsense out there. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. No, I don't. The explanation is it is sad. It is very, very, very sad. So this is what we do not know about the festival. The festival dates back to years. It has been happening for years. And it is actually a culturally, traditionally right festival. You see, I'm just trying to see what offenses has women committed. Because I've observed that even during some of these festivals, even the ones that happen in Yoruba land, it is always against women. We have Oro festival, right? They say it is only male. It is only male that would perform in the festival, and every woman that comes out, the punishment is death. That's even worse. For you to say that the punishment for someone who came out at a particular time is death, it is very, 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 very bad. It is bad. Why? Are women not human? Are they not human? Don't they deserve to live? Don't they have their own rights? Don't they have rights of freedom? You see, I wonder what the government does to this kind of people. I really, really wonder what the government does to this kind of tradition. And we would even see government supporting this kind of tradition. We see politicians supporting this kind of tradition, and that is why Nigeria is where it is today. Because a country that does not support its women, I wonder, these women that give birth to leaders, women that actually train up leaders of tomorrow, and then we are here bringing up some cultures that is against them. That is bad. That is very, very, very bad. It is bad, and the government needs to do something about it. If not, I don't even know what's going to happen, but it is bad. The government has to do something. All right.